Day 24.
Do you really believe that?
Wherever the hell we are. I don't know what this place is called.
That'll never change.
We will figure it out, but today we're going to talk with pirates and see what we can learn.
What have we here? A fresh face, and not one of those filthy bandits, I hope. I'm Garrett. If there's anything you need, ask me first. I can get you almost anything. Wine, weapons, and other stuff you might need, except for booze. If it's a decent drink you want, go see Samuel.
Even type Garrett.
Didn't know that.
Who's Samuel?
He's our moonshiner. He's got his cave on the beach, a little distance from the camp. You can't miss it. Just walk north. You'll be well advised to keep yourself supplied with grog. Some of the boys here aren't very fond of greenhorns at all, if you get my drift. A decent swig of grog can work wonders for you.
He really said that.
Well, it's a good thing I already grabbed some off the beach.
Where do you get your supplies?
Skip always brings loads of stuff from Corinus when he visits there. Until recently, he used to sell some of it directly to the bandits. But since we've been at war with the bandits, I'm the one who ends up with all the stuff now.
That'll never change.
What do you know about the bandits?
You'd better ask Skip about that. He's been through quite a lot with that bunch. Let me tell you, Greg has given orders to do away with any bandit who shows up near the camp.
He simply needs to practice.
Your Captain Greg. What's he like?
He's a tough old bastard, and no doubt about it. And greedy to the bone. He makes Francis, our treasurer, pay out not a penny more than what it takes to prevent a mutiny. And if one of us ever gets his hands on something really valuable, he'll inevitably take it for himself. I once took a compass from a royal frigate. That bastard Greg made me hand it over, of course. Bah. He probably buried it somewhere, just like the rest of his treasures.
That's all just gossip.
Where might Greg have buried that compass?
Greg once told me that death himself watches over my compass. Then he laughed.
Anything else?
There's a beach at the southern coast. It can only be reached by sea. Greg is said to have been there often. Maybe you'll find something there. I once went there to see what I might find myself, but the area is teeming with monsters. If you really want to give it a try, don't forget to bring a pick.
Yeah, I won't.
What can you tell me about Francis?
Greg put him in command while he's gone. But Francis is a total failure as a leader. He can't even get Morgan to stir his lazy ass out of bed. Henry and his boys are the only ones doing anything around here. The others are just enjoying themselves instead of working. I can only hope that Greg will come back soon. He'll give them all a good swift kick in the ass.
Anything new?
Nothing ever happens anymore since Greg left.
Show me your wares.
His decision, wasn't it?
Huh. Just crossbow stuff.
He simply needs to
Arrows,
practice more.
belt of protection.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help him.
Not a whole lot unless we were wielding a sword.
I agree with you completely.
Talk to Brandon. Did we talk
New
to
here,
Matt?
are you? Great. We can use every man.
How are things?
Right now, all's quiet in the camp, so I'm going to relax a little. And if I were you, I'd do the same. Since the bandits are here now, the situation may change faster than we like.
What do you know about the bandits?
You mean besides the fact that they're a deadly menace and outnumber us by far?
Yes?
They're rolling in gold. Well, at least they were rolling in gold. They never paid for their last shipment. But I doubt that it's because those bastards ran out of gold. It's more likely that they've gotten way too big for their boots.
Well,
He listened to the wrong people.
is this the same
What
Skip?
have we here?
Yeah.
Crossing the path of old Skip again? I know you.
That's not what I heard.
The bay near the city, remember?
There was no big
Skip,
deal.
right?
I see I made a lasting impression.
I agree with you.
But I've seen your mug elsewhere in the meantime. But of
He really
course.
should've known better.
I'm not telling you anything
Oh
new.
well, Not a great likeness, but it's certainly
That'll never
you.
change.
Don't let it get to you. My own wanted poster
Yeah,
looks
he
just
really
as
said that.
daft.
What are you doing here?
Couldn't get away
I've
with
just
that.
come back from Corinus, and now I'm waiting for Greg to
All that
return.
matters is strength, so don't tell me that.
I saw Greg and
Don't have to
Corinus.
tell me that.
Really? Damn. Something must have gone wrong
I'd have done it
then.
differently.
He should have been here with our ship some time ago.
Been
I
there, done
suppose
that.
I should go back to Corinus and wait for him
I'd
there.
have done it differently.
Ah, but certainly not today. I only just
Why didn't
arrived
you
here.
tell me?
I
What
never
can you
knew
tell
that.
me about the bandits?
The bandits? They're attacking
More,
us.
believe me.
Why do you think we're building this palisade?
I
We
never
brought
knew
those
that.
scumbags over here ourselves. We used to trade with them.
Same old thing,
Boy,
all over
let me
again.
tell you, they've got more gold than they'll ever know what to
change?
do with. They were prepared to pay any price
no
for a
big deal.
bottle of rum. But those times are past.
I'm
It's
no better
war
off
now.
myself.
What happened?
Those bastards hadn't paid for their last
Sooner
shipment.
or later.
So, I went there to see what had become of our gold. But when I got to the swamp, the swine attacked me. And that's not all. They killed Angus and
All
Hank,
that matters is
two of our
strength, so don't
best
tell me
people.
that.
Just stay away from that
That'll
swamp, I
never
tell
change.
you. They'll go after anyone who doesn't look
I'm
as
no
shabby
better
as they
off
do.
myself.
Same
Have
old
you ever
thing,
met
all over
Raven?
again.
Certainly. When I was with Henry up
Do
at the
you really
gate,
believe
I
that?
watched Raven place some of his boys at the tower to the south,
simply needs
just
to
a
practice
stone's throw from our camp. I guess they're
bad
supposed to
business.
spy on us. I've also seen how he treats his people when they
I'm
don't
staying
do
out of
his
it.
bidding. He'll make short shrift
He doesn't
of
even know how
anyone
to
who
hold a
doesn't
sword.
obey his orders to the letter. Mark my words,
been there,
stay
done
well
that.
away from Raven.
You hardly know.
Tell me
who
more
he
about
is.
Angus and Hank.
Angus and Hank
Same
were
old
supposed
thing,
to meet
all
with some
over again.
bandits in front of the camp. They were carrying
Nobody
all
will learn
kinds of
anything from me.
supplies. Everything those bastards had ordered
that
from
isn't
us.
true.
Forged steel and lockpicks and whatnot.
better off
But they
myself.
never came back. The bandit swine must
don't
have done
have to
away
tell
with
me
them.
that.
Morgan and Bill went out to look for them
Do you
without
really
any
believe that?
success. Bill was pretty devastated.
no big deal.
They were both friends of his. He's still young.
I'm no better
These
off
things
myself.
really get to him. The rest of us took it in our stride. The goods we can afford to lose.
I'm no better
But
off
the
myself.
grog they were carrying. We're talking at least
care
20
less.
bottles.
It's a
I
bad
need Bandit's
business.
armor.
You want to go in there? Are you insane?
That'll never change.
Once those guys find out, you're not one of them.
Hardly know
You're
who to believe
sausage
these
meat.
days.
Do you have any idea where I could
can't
find
rely on
armor
me.
like that?
Ah, you don't give up easily, do
He
you?
doesn't see that. I
All
can't
right.
help him.
We used to have a suit. Greg's probably still got it somewhere, up in his hut. Maybe you can buy it from him when he gets back.
I've got no time for things.
Can you tell me how to get into his hut?
Whoa
know
there!
how to hold a
Not so
sword.
fast. You weren't thinking of ransacking Greg's
been there,
stuff, were
done that.
you? When he left, he gave the key to Francis and told him not to let anyone into his hut.
That was no big deal.
What can you tell me about Francis?
Is it
Francis
really
is
true?
our treasurer. The captain trusts him.
Same
That's
old
probably
thing,
why he
all
left him
over
in
again.
command. But none of the boys here really take
bad
him
business.
seriously. If you want to know more, talk to Samuel.
Had to happen
He's
sooner or
got his
later.
still in the little cave north of here.
That was
There
obvious
isn't a
all
soul in this
along.
camp Samuel doesn't know all kinds of
don't have
things
to tell me
about.
that.
It's a bad business.
Really? I don't have 20 bottles.
Nobody
About
wants to
that
know.
grog. You're missing 20 bottles, right?
Yes, damn it.
really not
My
my
entire stock.
I've got no time for things like that.
He doesn't
Can you
even know how
take me to
hold a sword.
Corinus?
No way. I'm not leaving now.
No idea.
I'll
You
find
tell
myself
me.
a decent swig of grog first.
I'm not telling you anything new.
Have you got anything to sell?
If you want to
Things I can tell
trade,
you.
go to Garrett. He's in charge of our
I've done it
supplies.
Same old thing, all over
And
again.
then the chat with
Listen
actually
to the wrong people.
go to the cave. We saw it earlier, and then I'll go chat to Francis. Chat with Francis. Dying apparently.
Hey, you!
Ah, a new face. What do you want, rum or something stronger?
I want to talk to you about Francis.
Just don't mention that wannabe captain. He sits on his fat ass all day acting important. We'd all like to know what the hell the captain was thinking when he put him in command here. What do you want from that prig?
I must get into Greg's hut.
Really? To do what?
I need a bandit's armor.
Ha ha! Francis will never agree to let you go into the hut so that you can nab a few of Greg's things. Unless...
Yes?
You've got something he really wants. I know that Francis has hidden something in an abandoned mine in the canyon. Once, when we were on guard duty together and he dozed off as always, he went on about it in his sleep. I've no clue what he buried there, but maybe it's so important to him that he'll let you into the hut to get it back. When the captain comes back and finds some of his things are missing, he'll have Francis's hide for it.
Right. I'll take the
I've
rum.
come to get my ration of grog.
You guys don't do anything without your grog, huh? Right. Here you go.
I want something stronger.
Ah, a seeker. I'm always after new recipes myself. Decent booze should be clear and strong, and burn your throat like liquid fire. You don't find that very often. But I'm talking too much. You want a drink? Here, my own recipe. How do you like that? I call it hasty herring.
Ooh, impressive.
You can say that again. You wouldn't happen to know a good recipe for booze yourself. If you do, you must tell me. Want another?
Okay.
Give me some of your hasty herring.
Rather vile muck, but effective.
I think it has some crazy status effect if memory serves, but I'm not sure.
What else have you got?
I can get you anything a pirate needs in order to survive.
So booze mostly. I'll take a rum just because somebody might want it, and I might need to bribe people.
What's new in the camp?
Nothing much has been happening here since Greg left. Morgan and most of his boys been just hanging around and boozing all day. The only one who does anything at all is Henry. He and his boys are building the palisade. It's high time for Captain Greg to come back and give that Francis a good swift kick in the ass.
Yeah, the knight's armor looks... Ooh. It's got a run status effect. That's nice. I hope that I, like, actually have the drink. Okay, looks dangerous. Okay, well, since I have the run effect, maybe I won't talk to Francis. Let's go poke around the island a bit. Till it wears off, I guess. Not a clue how long that'll be. Guys are all talking about the canyon, so let's go see just how dangerous it is. Ah. Well, that didn't last very long. But, you know what? I probably don't need to talk to Francis just yet. We know what we gotta do. Desert rat. Presumably stronger than a giant rat, but not enough to care about with this bow. Gotcha. Far so good. But what's his face? Alligator Jack said there was razors. Teleporter stones everywhere, and I need something for these pedestals. It tells me I really should have talked to the mages before. go do a little exploration. Find something that's too dangerous, I'll turn back and maybe I'll talk to them. Vaguely remember the canyon. Chompers. So, oh. Whoa. Holy shit. So, razors are hyper aggressive, and so are the chompers. Luckily, they're not too dangerous in this armor, but there's definitely no luring them out, because they will just charge you from a million miles away, as it seems. The low damage is much appreciated. Oh. Hello, Mr. Razor. Yeah, they've got crazy range on their detection. This is an abandoned mine. Kinda wanted to heal though. Probably good enough. Okay, mine crawler. The plus about the bow is I suspect that warrior, huh? I suspect that whatever the creature's armor rating is, it's probably lesser for arrows. That's generally, although so far our armor has not been. It's been the same for both weapons and arrows. Okay, that's not a bad chunk of damage. Just need to find where the hell the buried treasure is. Satchel, staff. It's just in the satchel? Now. Well, it couldn't have been that easy. I assume it'll be an X on the ground. You never know. Something slightly different. Ah. We have it. That wasn't so bad.
I think I've found something.
Treasure chest. Just shrugs. Yeah, the temple and the ruins and the pirate theme is very reminiscent of Risen, which is funny because that was the next project that Piranha Bytes worked on after they were done with Gothic 3. Gothic 3 came out in, what, 2005, I want to say? Yeah, okay, I did check that. 2004, 2005. This was 2003, I think? Yeah. So Gothic 3 wasn't too far behind it, and then Risen came out in 2009. Quite a bit later on, and the first Risen took on a lot of the same tones as the Gothic games, and then they kind of shifted gears to all piratey themed stuff with Risen 2 and 3 and kind of brought the whole thing down in my mind. Ooh, snapperweed. Have this converted into speed potions. Not that I didn't like pirates as a theme, and in all honesty, pirates are much lesser explored in RPGs than the medieval theme is, but I don't know, I just didn't like it quite as much. wasn't as gritty. It was a little more campy, you know? And also it just seemed a little less inspired. Which is probably more the problem with the games and less their themes. Just weren't that memorable. Alright, Francis. Assume you want your chest back. I don't know why I want the bandit armor so badly. I can probably walk right through the bandits for the most part. But it's a quest and I can do it.
He simply needs to practice more.
And I assume Greg won't actually kill me, right?
Tell me that isn't true.
I must get into Greg's hut.
Forget it. Greg's not there. And I've locked the door, and now I see to it that nobody sneaks around here to do a little looting. So make yourself scarce, or I'll let you have it.
Sooner or later.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
That'll never change.
Greg is your boss?
Now don't try and tell me that you know him. Any sailor, even any cursed landlubber on this island, knows the terrible Captain Greg, and he left me in command. I'm responsible for making those lazy bums do what he commanded. Some of the boys may think they can do whatever they damn well want now that the captain's not here. Won't they be surprised when Greg comes back? I'll tell him everything that's been going on here. Got it? Including who's been trying to get into his hut. So make yourself scarce, or you'll be in a load of trouble.
Been there, done that.
Give me the key to Greg's hut.
You must be joking.
I'm staying out of it.
Jeez.
It's been known a long time.
He thinks it's as easy as that.
Okay, so clearly the chest that I dug up wasn't the thing, unless I have to open the chest.
That was no big deal.
Where is it?
That's
Ew,
been
clown.
known a long time.
That'll never change.
I'm not telling you anything new.
Pile of stuff. How descriptive.
Been there, done that.
That's all just gossip.
Fuck, I don't know what I got.
I'm staying out of it.
That looks... No, that's not
I
new.
agree with you completely.
I have no
I
idea.
used to say that myself.
Probably nothing useful. I guess we'll go back to the canyon.
New.
That'll never change.
No, I'm gonna try. I have to try, otherwise it'll turn out to have been the thing and then I'll just waste time in the canyon. Ah! Good
I
thing.
found your hiding place, your treasure, and your paybook. This is your book, isn't it?
I've never seen this book before. And,
Same old
even if this were my book, you don't really believe the boys will buy your story based on a few yellowed pages, do you?
You cheated them all out of their shares.
Guess I was supposed
Wait a
to read
minute.
it.
You wanted the key to Greg's hut, didn't you? I'll give you the key to Greg's hut. There's plenty of valuable stuff in there. But you'll give me the book and keep your trap shut. Right?
He simply needs to practice more.
See? Greg, what do you keep in here? Presumably the unlocked chest has the armor. Let's read his logbook. Okay. Doesn't like Raven. Gave Bones the armor. He'll sneak into the bandit camp for me. Ah, we saw Bones. Son of a... Like a good lad, I'm going to put this back. Won't forget about that, but maybe he'll just forget about the other stuff. Bring a lot of stuff here. The bottle. Treasure map. Hello. That's okay. I was just gonna say, where is it? Holy shit, Greg, you've been a busy boy. Now we have a map. Super helpful. Fish, I don't care about. Gold, I will take. You know what? I'll just clear out his shit. I wonder if anything will actually happen if I steal all his shit. He hasn't exactly been nice to me. He paid me 30 gold for all his dirty work. Oh boy.
Hey you, what are you doing in my hut? I've just been gone for a couple of days and everyone thinks they can do what they damn well please.
Son of a bitch.
What the hell is going on here? The palisade still isn't finished? The canyon is overrun with beasts and everybody is just hanging around enjoying themselves. So this is all you've accomplished, Francis? Get off my bench at once. And you? What have you done?
Nobody wants to know.
I've been working.
I've been working.
Have you? And what?
I've done away with the bandits in the tower.
Well, it's a beginning, I guess. I'll teach you the true meaning of work.
You don't have to tell me that.
I need that bandit's armor.
Prove yourself useful first, then we can talk.
I thought it couldn't be that simple.
What is there to do?
First of all, we'll make things hum around here. Morgan, that lazy pig, gets to saw planks. You will take over Morgan's job and clear those beasts out of the damn canyon.
What beasts?
The razors in the canyon are coming closer and closer to our camp. I won't wait until I've eaten one of my men who's had a few too many.
Am I supposed to do that all by myself?
Just go ahead and grab some of the boys. Let them earn their pay instead of just gabbing all day.
I guess I'll get going then.
One more thing. You're one of us now. So get yourself a decent hunting outfit first. Here's some of our armor for you. I hope it fits. And don't dawdle. Get right to it.
You can't rely on that.
So how did you get here?
You weren't expecting me, huh? Just so we set this straight, I'm Greg, and this here is my camp. That enough for you?
That's all just gossip.
Guess so. Just close the door for you. That's funny, I forgot that he shows up behind you.
It had to happen sooner or later.
Out the stairs. So how's this armor compare?
You can't rely on
55. Fucking garbage. Like I said, don't think I'm actually supposed to
What does he know about duty?
have this for ballot's sake, but it let me, it's legit, I don't care.
That'll never change.
I'm gonna go talk to Bones, because he supposedly has the armor.
Things would have turned out.
Give me that bandit's armor.
I'm not that crazy. Greg would have my head. He explicitly stated that no one will get that armor unless he orders it. I can't give it to you, especially not now that he's come back.
You don't have to tell me that.
Alright.
The canyon awaits.
I'm sorry, I've got no time right now. I've got some training to do.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help him.
Okay, I'm gonna get Alligator Jack,
I can tell you.
because I assume he'll go. And he was
The captain
pretty tough.
gave you your own raiding troop, did he?
Then see to it that your boys get plenty to do.
Who are my boys? Jack.
Hey. Let's go hunting.
All right then.
I assume I don't need more than just like him, right? I took those razors apart pretty well. This is not to the canyon. This way. I just assume, like, more people just be more of a pain in the ass to manage. I could be totally wrong there. It's also entirely possible that everyone else would, like, give me some excuse, and he's the only one that can come with me, because I don't remember having, like, a multi-person party system. The razor.
Come here, you filthy beast. One less monster around.
Oh, cool. It gives me a little count. Well, come on. We gotta go find them. One. You know, on second thought, I don't know that I really need you. Just here for fun. Wolves. Look at them all!
Come here, you filthy beast.
They were mostly dead before he even drew his sword. And I was worried about not being tough enough for this area. I think we're plenty set. I mean, it's not too bad when you're like min-maxing and I dumped everything I had into one skill. Oh shit. Oh shit. In my way. The help is appreciated though. Not that they could really hurt me. And just based on... That looks so dumb when I do that. Just based on the way the armor works, like if I had to wear that 55 armor, it would really suck. Wouldn't just be that little difference. It's not, yeah, because it's direct damage reduction. It's not like a percentage reduction, which is the way like a lot of RPGs do the armor. Oh, there's an orc.
One less monster around.
Those we can't take on. So where the hell are the razors? We didn't get them all, right? I was not fully paying attention, but no, there's some.
One less monster around.
Alright.
One less monster around.
Shit. Sorry, Jack. Didn't have a potion.
Here, take the healing potion.
I'd feel like a dick if you died just because I shot you. Well, I don't really need you anymore, but let's just take a look, see at what's around. Bloodhound. Fuck, I don't know how tough those are. And I don't really intend to find out, so let's just go chat with Greg. And there's orcs over here. I like how all the music is themed, like, kind of based on that original tune. But it's all got its own original take on it. Cool. Which is why I like trying to do a new original tone that's based on that music for, like, the remake of Gothic 1 would just be kind of meh, because then you'd just be like doing retakes on it all over again. And they did like a huge multi-piece orchestral take on it for Gothic 3, which I thought kind of, I don't know. It fit the game at the time, but like in retrospect, I just don't like it the same. And especially the way that like big budget RPGs have gone in recent history. It's just been way overdone. Actually, any relatively high budget game, orchestral stuff has been way overdone. Use a little less of that. Fuck did Jack go? I could just dismiss him. We're back.
I no longer need you.
All right, then.
There. So far, this has been rolling by pretty quick. So I can get a hold of the Bandits armor, but then what? It'll probably be shit. Either way.
Will it ever change?
Alright, Greg. Your stuff's all done.
About that canyon,
Yeah, what about it?
I killed all the razors.
Good. You seem to be a useful fellow.
I need that bandit's armor.
Hey, you're quite something. Bones was supposed to wear that armor and spy on the bandits. But maybe you're the better man for the job. Perhaps you even stand a chance of coming out of there alive. Talk to Bones and let him give you the armor. Then put it on and go to the bandits' camp. I need to know why those scumbags came to our valley in the first place.
Aye, aye, Captain. There's one more thing I'd like to know.
And that is?
What do you know about Raven?
He used to be an ore baron, as far as I know. Quite a big shot in the colony. I haven't a clue why he's here now and why people are following him. But he's certainly up to something. He's not the kind who would hide out in a swamp.
Where's your ship?
This is just my luck. For months, no ships have sailed between here and the mainland. For months. And the first ship I run into happens to be a fully manned warship belonging to the king. Full of paladins, from her keel to the top of her mast.
That's what I call bad luck.
You can say that again. They sank us right away. I'm the only one who made it to the shore.
How did you get here?
I found the tunnel near the old pyramid guarded by a few mages. I simply sneaked past those blind ones. First, I took it for an ancient burial chamber and decided to check out what I could find there. Imagine my surprise when I suddenly found myself in my beloved valley, just when I thought I'd have to spend the rest of my life running away from the militia.
So you did use the portal. You're so dismissive about it.
Pleases me anymore.
Alright, Bones.
You're supposed to give me the bandit's armor. Orders from Greg.
From Greg? Whew. I already thought I'd have to go after all. This spy job in the bandits' camp is nothing short of a suicide mission. I'd rather have Greg keep his chores on me than get myself killed by those bandits.
The armor?
Oh yeah, right. Here it is. Just be careful. Those bandits are a bad lot.
How bad is this armor? Absolute hot freaking garbage.
Nothing amazing me anymore.
Which is the point. Because you're even more vulnerable than normal. I'm not going to wear it. I'm gonna figure out where I'm going first. So we're all the way over here. The canyon goes up to basically nothing. It looks like there's a hidden pass through it to whatever that Greenland area is. And there's a whole bunch of different pathways. And the blue dots are the portals, but we need something to activate them. So let's get back to the water mages first and foremost. Maybe they'll tell us a little something about that. Actually, that, my words are failing me here. What was that? Two things caught my eye quickly, and I thought it was something else. Anyway, that 30 gold for the whatever the hell, the dangerous drink that speeds you up and all that shit. That's actually a really cheap speed potion, now that I'm thinking about it. Like, it only gives you, like, what, 30 seconds of speed or whatever it was? Because I think it was longer than the snapper weed, but not by a ton. It definitely wasn't in the minutes. But that's a hell of a lot cheaper than 200 gold. So maybe I should grab a few more of those. A gold ring. And there's lots of little niches and stuff to explore. I thought there was like a lot of split-offs. And as it turns out, looking at the map, there is, so... What the hell was that? Oh, just a heavy branch, but it's white. Right, because I got different trees here. That's a nice touch. Skin, some gin. Alright, what else we got in here? I know that sound. I'm not even going to go around the corner. That is the sound of a sleeping shadow beast. And I'm leaving it alone. Because I'm tough, but I don't think I'm that tough. Maybe I should bring Alligator Jack with me. Then I could, like, just see what kind of chances I stand, and presumably still kill it, because he's got a pretty powerful attack. Back in that starting area now. Can't believe I haven't really seen any stone tablets here, though. I just kind of thought they were littered all over the place. Like, there's a whole skill tree about learning how to read them. And there's barely enough to make it worthwhile. Problem solved. Okay, let's go talk to the mages. I'm not gonna pick all these berries. Someone's gotta be able to tell me something that I should have already known.
Hey, you! How's it going?
Listen, curious, don't you think? These teleporter stones don't appear to function, and yet you can hear them hum. Although they aren't active, a certain energy rests in them nevertheless.
What do you think needs to be done to activate them?
I have an idea about that. I just need proof for my suspicion. I had a feeling days ago that I had seen this sort of construction somewhere before. I suspect that we have to supply them with a damn large amount of magical energy to get them back into service.
What could provide enough magical energy?
I can only think of one thing. A magical focus. I mean, one of the 5 focus stones that were used to create the magical barrier in the Valley of the Mines. As far as I know, you had to get them back for us a while ago.
Yes, I can remember. Where are the focus stones now?
They were entrusted to me. I am supposed to keep them safe until we find another use for them. The way it looks, the time is ripe now.
I've heard enough. Give me a focus stone. I will try to get the teleporters to work.
All right, but be careful with it. You hear? Vatras will have my head if we lose them.
Damn it, I probably needed it for the pedestals. Well, shouldn't have rushed in, I guess.
I'm tremendously relieved to see that you have arrived here unscathed.
How is it that you arrived here before me?
We traveled through a curious dimension. Who knows what detours you took?
And now, can I use the portal again?
We came here directly. It obviously works quite well. Of course, I'll let you know if I have the suspicion that it could be otherwise.
What have you done here up to now?
I'm studying the history of the builders, and I'm trying to understand why they closed the portal. It looks very much as though they wanted to hide the sunken city from the rest of the world. Terrible things happened here many years ago. They were seized by something awful. There was a dreadful civil war shortly before the downfall of the city, if their records can be believed. The streets were in flames, and a flood which devoured everything ultimately sealed the fate of the builders. The few who survived the inferno closed this part of the island in the hope of locking up the chaos.
Did you say that there was a flood?
Adanos himself appeared to them to end the madness. He razed the city to the ground.
What made the builders so agitated?
One of their own devoted himself to evil. He was a great commander named Quahodron. Returning from a successful battle outside the protecting walls of the city, he brought the evil with him. All of his followers fell to the madness a short time later and began to battle with the common folk. The civil war that followed reduced everything to rubble.
And we fools have reopened the portal.
I'm not happy about that either, believe you me. But what choice did we have? If we cannot stop what is happening here, then Corinus will suffer exactly the same fate that once befell the builders of this ancient city.
What do you think we will find here?
I can only speculate about that. You should talk to Vatras. He has a certain idea.
The trip through this portal is safe?
I haven't had any reservations so far.
Alright, well... Kronos.
Nice to see you. We feared the worst.
It wasn't all that bad. How's it going?
This is a very dangerous region here. Some of the animals in the area have never been seen by anyone before us. Close by, there is a large swamp that managed to grow for several hundred years without anyone noticing. Not a day goes by that we aren't attacked by beasts from the swamp. I advise you to be careful if you go for a stroll here.
Is there anything new about the Stone Sentinels?
We have already managed to eliminate some of them. They stand there, paralyzed like pillars of salt, and don't budge. But appearances deceive. If you get too close, they'll attack you. There's no doubt that the source of their power can be found here somewhere.
Let's deal.
Okay, right. I think this is a staff thing. It does just say two-handed talents. Huh. Okay, the circles. Huh. Yep, could have paid for a map, but I stole one instead. Well, at least he's got some good potions, complete regeneration. That's nice. Cool.
Hey.
I talked to Nefarious. A lot of water mages. I forget. Alright.
Hey, you!
No. How did Vatras get to? Probably the top there if I had to guess.
Any new findings?
The builders of these ruins fascinate me. It is just too bad that their language is as dead as they are. Even their mighty rituals and summonings could not save them.
Summonings?
The builders had a strong connection to the spirit world. If I have understood correctly, they believe they were in constant contact with their ancestors. They held regular summonings and rituals to ask the spirits for advice or to gain enlightenment.
The undead that I know never had much to say.
The builders did not create soulless undead such as zombies or other evil creatures. These spirits were the souls of great warriors, priests, and rulers. So far, I have no doubt that they really exist.
How did these spirit summonings work?
The guardians of the dead had their special formulas they used to pacify the spirits. The descriptions I could find here, however, are in part very confusing. Only rarely do I get a clear answer to my questions.
If I see a spirit, I'll let you know.
Yes, I insist on it.
So we could learn the last language, but I only have a single tablet and it just doesn't seem worth it. So I stumble upon more tablets, and I just kind of assumed I would see some in these ruins, but maybe we'll find more in, you know, like Raven's area. Which is kind of like an added incentive for putting ourselves at risk. Now, Vatras isn't up here. Not much of anything is. Not a single tablet. Oh, there's one herb. Worthwhile trip. What? No, okay. There was something on that roof. But no. Well, let's go track down Vatras. I'm not sure where he's hiding. He was at the entrance, like the very entrance when we first got here, so maybe he's there? If not, he could be inside their little shelter. Actually, that looks like him sitting on his little makeshift throne there.
What poor swine did you send into the swamp?
His name was Lance. I'm afraid he did not get very far.
Nefarious told me about a flood.
It is written that Adonos himself descended from heaven to punish the unbelievers and banish them to the realm of the dead. Aroused by his holy wrath, he let the sea fall upon the builders of this city and swept them away. The swamp to the east still bears witness to these events of the past.
What could have made Adonos so angry?
The temple of this city was once a great, glorious structure. Everyone honored it and prayed to our god, Adonos. Radamus, the son of the commander Quahodron, desecrated the temple. As a result, one after another fell victim to evil. I suspect that Adonos would not forgive this, and his revenge fell upon the land. This makes it even more important that we stop Raven. He is about to do exactly the same thing.
Okay, so he's desecrating it for Beliar, because I remember there's a relic from Beliar that we get.
About the relics, I think I have something here for you.
We already know this sort of stone tablet. They'll not get us any further now. There must be more than that.
I'll see whether I can find anything.
Good, but hurry. Time is not our ally.
About Raven.
Do you have anything new to report?
Nothing so far.
I advise you not to underestimate this Raven, do you hear me? May Adonos protect you.
Perfectly fair. He was kind of a tough bastard back in the colony. I don't think there's much else that we can really do. I can't even gain anything by sleeping. Other than a new day. Just buy potions.
Let's deal.
I suspect they're gonna be important. And maybe I can get rid of some of my crap. Like mantis heads? What the fuck am I gonna use mantis heads for? Actually, I'm not gonna sell them because you know what? I'm gonna turn around, sell them, and then 5 minutes later, some guy's gonna go, oh, give me like 10 mantis heads or some shit, and then I'd have to come back and buy them. That's just my luck. Alright. I'm not gonna mess with the portals today. We'll do that as a project for tomorrow. There's lots to do. It's just kind of actually... Ooh. Get a little plan. So yeah, going into the swamp is kind of tomorrow's project. We can see Raven's area like as far away as possible in the top right. And there is a portal in the swamp, so maybe we'll reactivate that one. First step. Go from there. So yeah, that's the plan in the nutshell. Alright, well, that's what the island looks like. That's what we're dealing with. So, stay tuned for next time, and we'll uncover a little more as to what's going on with Raven's crap. So, please like, please subscribe, and as always, have a good one.